Hello, welcome to Couch Talk. We're so glad that you're with us for this episode. We have a special guest with us. Jonathan, you've been with us before, so you're a veteran of Couch Talk. Why are you with us today?
Well, I'm here to talk again about some of the aspects of the revisioning process we're going through. And we want to thank everybody for participating in this listening time. I know many of you have been faithful in praying the prayer of Jabez and in studying and listening for God. We're going to enter just after Easter another time of listening, but listening to God, but also then to each other, because we have an opportunity to discuss with one another what we believe God is calling us to do. And there's a special way we're going to do that. We're introducing a church-wide, congregational-wide book study on the 5 practices of faithful congregations by Robert Snazy. This book will be available to you, and you'll be getting lots of information about how to get them and where you can get them. But we hope every single member will want to be a part of that process of study because it talks about the life of the church and how we can be fruitful for God, how we can as disciples make a difference in this community and around the world. And that's our heart's desire. And this will help us as a revision team to listen to God and to one another about ways in which we can really be more attentive and more aware of what God wants for a Lake Deaton congregation. Now, this is an individual study, but what we want you to do is to be a part of a group, because you can't have conversations with yourself.
Right.
And so we want you to be in dialogue, because God works when people are in conversation with one another and in dialogue. And so we know there are already a lot of existing small groups, and we've already encouraged your group facilitator and leader to talk to you about being a part of that. We hope all of our small groups will want to do that. We're going to be providing a study guide for all of those groups. But if you're not a part of a small group, we've created some small group opportunities. Again, don't have to remember everything I'm saying today. It'll be available on the website, in the happenings, the newsletter happenings, and many other ways for you to get the details about this information. But we're going to offer 3 Zoom groups.
Yes.
So no matter where you are, and I've already had people tell me they were going to be traveling around the United States and they were going to call in and be a part of this. And we're also then going to have a physically body meeting here on Wednesdays around 3 o'clock, about 3 o'clock. And that will be for us to gather around tables in small tables. We're also practicing safety so that we can care for each other. But we'll have an opportunity to meet other people and to be in dialogue. So lots of small group opportunities. And then this study guide, because the study guide is for you in participation, but it's also for the revision team.
Right.
There are going to be really important questions on that study guide. And that's one of the ways in which, in this time of COVID, when we can't all just be together, it's one of the ways the revision team is trying to listen to you, to the congregation. You have an opportunity to speak, and we know you will share with us your heart and what you believe God's calling you to do.
Yeah.
So lots of opportunities.
Yes, and so what we want you to do is to sign up for the way that you're planning to study. So if your small group's going to study, on the form to sign up, you can click that you're going to study in your small group. If you're planning on joining us on Zoom, you can click that and which Zoom group you're planning on, or if you're planning on Wednesday night. And it's okay if you click that you're going to join us by Zoom, but then at the last minute you decide you're going to come on Wednesdays. It's okay. You don't have to let us know. It's just for planning purposes, which one you're going to do. And you can sign up on the website for that. And again, the information is going to be in Lake Deaton Happenings and in lots of places. We're not going to let you not know how to sign up.
If you have a question, call us. Just call us. The reason that we're sharing this with you now is because this is going to start the week after Easter.
Right.
Actually, it begins on Sunday the 11th and then kicks off with the study of the very next day. So you'll be hearing a lot more about this, but this is your first opportunity to hear, and we hope you'll be excited about it and want to be a part of it.
Yep, and information on when to buy the books and all of that's going to be rolling out. This is the start of rolling out all sorts of information about the book. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
so
you.
much, Jonathan. Well, I want to talk a little bit about worship and a couple of things happening in worship. The first thing is we've been providing communion elements, and it's wonderful. We've been giving away lots and lots of communion elements because we've been having lots and lots of people coming back to in-person worship, so that's great. We do want to remind you, if you're comfortable, to bring your own elements, and that can be anything. You can bring water and some crackers, or your own grape juice and bread, whatever you're comfortable with bringing. If you don't want to bring your own elements, we of course have items available, but we do want to remind you that you can bring your own elements, and because it's still going to be a little while until we have the common elements that we're using up in the front. So just a reminder that you can bring your own elements or use the elements that we provide, that you pick up when you come into worship. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Holy Week is coming. March is going to be over before we know it, and Holy Week is going to be coming. And in your Lake Deaton happenings this weekend, there's an image that has the schedule for Holy Week, and it talks about Palm Sunday and the plan that we have for some stations of the cross, some prayer stations that are going to be happening on Thursday and Friday. They're kind of drop in and come through and go through the stations of the cross, so we want you to mark your calendar for that. And of course our Good Friday service on Friday at noon, and then Saturday service, we'll still have that on the Saturday service, the Saturday of Easter weekend, and then a sunrise service on Easter at 7 a.m. And all of our Easter Sunday services are going to be outdoors. So we'll start outside with sunrise service, and then we're going to have a breakfast that'll be outside right after the sunrise service. It'll be safe. All the items will be individually plated for you to pick up and enjoy. And then following that, we'll have our 9 o'clock and 10:30 services that will be outdoors. And we do encourage you to plan and to think about who you're going to bring, and consider bringing a lawn chair to put out on the lawn for those services. So mark your calendars for that. Look at the image that we have, and we're going to be getting postcards to you guys really soon to use to invite a friend to Easter services, because it will be here before we know it.
And that first service is at 7, and that probably be close to sunrise, because clocks get changed this weekend.
That's right.
And so it's going to be a little darker in the morning.
It is going to be a little darker in the morning. This is the weekend to change back or spring forward your clocks. But you know, it usually now, most clocks automatically do that for you, but there's always that that one that does not do it.
It's usually my alarm that doesn't do that.
So that's all we have for Couch Talk today. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you all for joining us. So we will see you next time. Bye bye, everybody.
God bless. Bye bye.